Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf orders all non-life sustaining businesses to close. Should you comply? Not necessarily. I'm Ross Burns, the Burns Eye View. Let's go. In my home state of Pennsylvania, yesterday, Governor Tom Wolf ordered non-life sustaining businesses all over Pennsylvania to be closed, or else. Penalties include citations, fines, and possible imprisonment. While this is happening in my home state of Pennsylvania, I know it's happening in other states across the country. Governor Tom Wolf really has done a good job so far of giving good recommendations, of telling people that they shouldn't do this, they should do this, wash your hands, don't meet in large groups. So I've really been supportive of everything he's doing so far, until yesterday. And here's why Tom Wolf went from a good leader to a potential tyrant. Pennsylvania Constitution says this: all men are born equally free and independent, and have certain inherent and indefeasible rights, among which are those of enjoying and defending life and liberty, of acquiring, possessing, and protecting property and reputation, and pursuing their own happiness. Also in the PA Constitution are guaranteed rights of religious freedom, freedom of the press and speech, security from unwarranted seizures and searches without probable cause. The right of the citizens to bear arms of defense of themselves shall not be questioned. And, most relevantly, citizens have a right in a peaceable manner to assemble together for their common good. The right of free association. Now, our Constitution says these rights are inalienable, they're indefeasible. They weren't given to us. We have them inherently because of our Creator. Now, our governor and governors across the country have not said we don't have these rights, just that we don't have them for the time being. My question is, if these rights are inalienable, except for when the government decides that they're alienable, how can we say that they're inalienable? If the government cannot infringe upon our rights of assembly, speech, religion, or property, except for when it thinks it's really necessary to infringe our rights, then in what sense do we have protection from our own government? Now, I have abided by Tom Wolf's recommendations so far, and I think everybody in Pennsylvania should consider them very important. The recommendations that Tom Wolf has made so far, and governors across the country have made so far, have been for the common good, not for their own political exploitation. And I would encourage everyone to practice safe social distancing for the time being, to wash their hands, to not associate in big crowds. All that is very important. All that is very true. The issue is when recommendations turn into legal threats. Our rights have been infringed upon, and no citizen, Christian or otherwise, is obligated to obey Tom Wolf in this regard. And again, I would support recommendations of closing your businesses for the time being if they're not necessary to be open, of keeping social interaction limited, and washing hands, and all that sort of stuff. But it's up to you, not Tom Wolf. And to answer just one possible objection, if you're saying, well, oh no, these are wartime measures, right? These are wartime measures. Then my questions would be, why did the state legislature not grant Tom Wolf the authority or make these decisions on themselves? And why are inalienable rights suddenly allowed to be trampled on just because the government has deemed it necessary to do so? If we don't have rights in times of crisis, we don't have rights at all. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate that. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And stay tuned because I'm going to try and drop one more video more fully explaining my objections to social distance legislation or executive orders. My name's Ross Burns. This was the Burns Eye View. Hope you have a great day. And wash your hands.